Hey, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. As you can see from the title, this will be a Thanksgiving Tag collab video. This is created by DW from Dub's Beauty Diary, so of course she'll be linked in the description box. And basically this is supposed to be, I think, kind of like a slightly more chill type collab video. I'm hoping it is because that's what I'm gonna do it. But basically DW created 15 questions for this tag, and they're all about like Thanksgiving and like beauty and makeup and stuff like that, and she's calling it the Friendsgiving tag. I'm actually going to a Friendsgiving right after this, so I figured I would just film now. So I'm filming myself getting ready for that event, so it's very fitting. And I'm just gonna get started, but I just want to say thank you to DW for inviting me to this tag. I love you and I love her videos, so definitely check her out if you've never seen her somehow. She's amazing. She does a lot of really fun colorful looks, and if you're from DW's channel or someone else from the list of people on this tag, which by the way there will be a playlist that DW is creating. If you're from someone else's channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the video. I usually start with my eyeshadow first, so I'm going to start with my Milani eyeshadow primer. And the first question, well, I guess I kind of already answered this, but the first question in the tag is, have you ever been invited to a Friendsgiving? And yeah, as I said, I'm about to go to a Friendsgiving right after this, and I've been doing Friendsgiving ever since I was in college. That's when, which was many years ago, almost 10 years ago now, that I started college, not graduated. I mean, age is just a number anyway. I found out that Friendsgiving was a thing when I was in college. Like, I thought it was such a cute idea, and every year, I've never hosted a Friendsgiving, but I've always accepted an invitation to every Friendsgiving I've been invited to because I love them. I think they're so fun. I mean, just in general, I love food, but also if I had to like say I had a certain love language, mine would 100% be quality time. Just spending time with my friends is my favorite thing in the world. So yeah, I love Friendsgiving because it's like combining all of my favorite things in one: friends, food, and cozy stuff, because it's always in November. For all of my mattes, I'm going to use my Sigma Ambiance palette, and I'm just going to set my lid with this shade and then go in with these two shades. The next question is, what eyeshadow palette makes you think of a Thanksgiving feast? And that's actually the other eyeshadow palette that I'll be using in this video, which is my Pat McGrath. This is the bronze ambition. She has like 1,000 things named bronze, so this one is the bronze ambition, which is the 6-pan warm toned eyeshadow palette. And I've mentioned this before that this is my Thanksgiving palette. I have, at least the past 2 years, and obviously this year as well, so it's 3 years now that I will be wearing this palette for Thanksgiving, just because the color story just makes me automatically think of Thanksgiving when I see it. When I think of Thanksgiving, and like autumn in general too, but especially Thanksgiving, I think of like browns, which I guess sounds a little bit boring, but I just think of browns and I love brown. I say this in like every video because that's like my only personality, but I'm from the Midwest, and we get, you know, those Novembers where everything's dying. So basically every November, at least when I was a kid, that's when everything turns brown. And I just think of like all the leaves. I think of like pumpkin stems and pumpkin pie and the turkey. So just especially neutral and warm browns, that's what I think of. And that's pretty much what this palette is. So I've just ended up wearing it the past 2 years, not even trying, and then I realized what I had done, so I've kind of like made it a little goal to myself to wear that palette every Thanksgiving. I think I decided to do that just because, or like mostly because, I do love traditions. Like, I'm kind of just a sucker for doing things the same all the time. And then also I feel like, because this is like something that's my own problem that I created, but because I have so many eyeshadow palettes, it's hard to use all of them Oh no, my eye is watering. I should have turned the fan off. I never learn. But it's hard to use all of my palettes in a year because I have over 60 palettes. So any excuse to like bring a palette out and use it, I pretty much take advantage of. I'm gonna put this NYX glitter primer all over my eyelids, and then I'm gonna actually use the palette that I was talking about. Sorry if this is very bright, but I'm gonna use this warm taupey shade all over my lid and then put this like light golden shade on my inner corner. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Oh, I love this palette. Even though I feel like this palette, I mean, I don't think you can get it anymore anyway. Even though I feel like this palette was overpriced because it's only 6 shades. I bought this on sale, by the way, like many years ago, so I did not buy full price. I would never buy Pat McGrath full price. I'm just gonna use this brush to put it on my lower lash line, but this probably will end up being a mess. Even though I think it was overpriced, I do think Pat McGrath has some of the best eyeshadow quality on the market, especially when it comes to her neutrals. And especially her neutral mattes. Her neutral matte formula is my favorite one. I'm not using any of them today, obviously, because I felt like the mattes in here were too, or the like mid-tone matte in this palette was too warm for the look I wanted to do, but I absolutely love this palette. So that's the finished eye look. I just lined my waterline and lash line with a black pencil liner, and then I cleaned up the fallout. And now I'm using my e.l.f. Good Vibes Only silicone primer. Sorry, this is like, you probably can't even hear what I'm saying, but I'm just trying to go quickly because I am on the clock. I have my friend picking me up in very soon. The next question is, what beauty product are you most thankful for? And that would have to be my Sigma Ambiance palette. I love this palette so much as a companion palette, of course. I'm literally using it as a companion palette right now. Okay, sorry, I realized I forgot my beauty sponge. And while I was out there, I realized I bought this gingerbread house pillow at Target and I still haven't used it. So since this is a holiday themed video, I'm just gonna prop it up. It's gonna be right there, just so you know. But anyway, I can't remember exactly what I was saying, but I'm really thankful to have this palette because this is just like such a good palette. It's mostly warm tones, but it also has like a few cool tones in the palette, or like neutral and cool tones. And this is my Pan That palette for one of my Pan That palettes for 2023. So I really feel like I know how to use this palette because I've used it so much, and this is just like a go-to when I know I want a neutral look but I don't know what to do. I always reach for this palette. This is my Neutrogena concealer in the shade Almond. But yeah, I can just reach for this palette and do a like quick, simple, easy look, and I know it's going to turn out beautifully because all the shades in here are beautiful, and the quality is amazing because it's Sigma. And this is my Rare Beauty bronzer stick. This is a spoiler, by the way, but I'm so excited. Look how much I have left. This is like, this could be the last time I use it, I don't know. But I don't exactly remember what I was saying, but I'm very thankful to have this palette. I'm so glad that I bought it, and thank you to Kelly Gooch for recommending this because I love it. Next question is, what's your favorite fall themed makeup product? And I don't know, actually, I didn't think about these questions beforehand other than this palette. Well, I guess, okay, I do have an answer in mind, but it's discontinued. Like, I don't even have it anymore. This is my Fenty contour stick in the shade Truffle. But it was the, like, I guess this was technically like Christmas themed, but I don't use like super warm tone things during Christmas anyway because like it's a cooler month, it's in winter. But anyway, the product that I'm rambling about is the Too Faced like liquid lipstick in the shade Gingerbread Girl, which I think it was Gingerbread Girl. It was the one that I've been panning for like the last 2 years up until 2024. It was just such a beautiful, like super warm, almost like brick red liquid lipstick, and I would break it out like every fall, I wore it for Thanksgiving pretty often as well, but every fall that would be like my go-to lipstick. It was just so beautiful and I really miss having it. I wish, if like, I don't really buy from Too Faced anymore because their products just like don't really excite me, but if they brought that product back, I would definitely scoop it up immediately. I would buy it full price, and I never buy stuff full price. The next question is, what is your go-to color story for the season? And I feel like I already kind of answered that earlier, but basically I mean like early autumn, like October, like late September and October, I like to wear kind of earth tones, like basically think like Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette or the ABH Rose Metals palette. Those are kind of my go-tos for early autumn. And then like November, after Halloween basically up until Christmas, is when I'm wearing all of my browns. It's kind of just like brown, brown, brown. I'm gonna use my Franken powder. I just featured the, oh actually you're seeing this way later, but when I'm filming this, I just featured this in my That's So 2000s project. I'm gonna use this smaller brush because it's very like small in the pan now. So I hope I'm not going overboard with this, but the next question is, if you could only wear one lipstick for the season, for the holiday season, what would it be? And because I don't have that Too Faced liquid lipstick anymore, I guess I'll pick something else. The lipstick that I picked out for this video is definitely a solid choice for me, and I did mention this, and it was the collab that I just did with Alyssa. This is the MAC Love Me lipstick in the shade DGAF. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. That was actually the first collab video I've ever done, and I will link that in the description box and at the end of the video. I really love that lipstick because it's just like a warm, kind of yellowy toned deep brown, which is again like pretty much the perfect color for the season like I was describing before. So probably that lipstick, honestly, because it's like a warm brown but not like super orangey warm, so it would pretty much go with anything that I would wear throughout all of autumn. Question 7 is, what are your Thanksgiving traditions? I don't really have any other than, like I said, my newest tradition, which is wearing, this is the e.l.f. Always Spicy Primer Infused Blush. Like other than wearing this eyeshadow palette, the Pat McGrath one, on Thanksgiving, I don't really have any Thanksgiving traditions. I'm trying to think. Yeah, not really. I usually kind of just like go to whichever family member is hosting Thanksgiving that year, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna use my another Pat McGrath product. This is a blush from one of the holiday face palettes from this past year. But yeah, other than like going to someone's house and eating some food, I don't really have any traditions. I do always, I mean this kind of just goes with the season, but I do always wear like an earth tone sweater just like I am now, so I guess that would be my tradition. I don't really know. As always, I went a little overboard with the blush, so let me tone this down a bit. The next question, number 8, is, most of us don't wear makeup on the holidays. What is one step you will not go without? I don't know if this really applies to me too much because I either wear, like, especially these days, I either wear a full face of makeup or I don't wear any makeup at all. I'm rarely doing like in between, or I don't really wear just one makeup product. But I would say if I was for some reason only gonna wear one makeup product, this is the Milani Original Setting Spray. It would be the product that I already use in this video, which is the e.l.f. Color Corrector. This is discontinued, so I'm not gonna say what shade it is, but this just is like a must-have for me. I have to wear this every time I wear makeup, or else I feel like there's no point, because my dark circles are just so prevalent that like no concealer alone can cover them. I'm gonna start on my brows, so I'm using the Sephora brow pencil in Ebony. But yeah, I have to use my color corrector, and I think like if I were to just like be running out the door and not wearing any makeup, but I still wanted to look somewhat put together for whatever reason that may be, maybe I'm seeing someone important, I don't really know what situation this calls for, but I would want to put on some color corrector just to like make myself look more awake. So if I really was only gonna put on one little stitch of makeup, it definitely would be my color corrector. What is your perfect Thanksgiving color story? I feel like I already answered this, so I guess like see previous answers. Basically like all the browns, just all the browns. As boring as that is, I'm so sorry, but that's my answer. I actually learned this trick from Hung Van Gogh, or Hung Van Gogh. I have no idea how to say his last name, sorry. But I love watching his makeup videos, and he always like draws the brows in like going against the grain. And I've been doing that lately, and it's just made doing my brows so much faster. And now I'm gonna go in with my Milani liquid brow wax. Next question is, what food are you most looking forward to at your Thanksgiving dinner? I would say, okay, the one that I'm going to now, I actually don't know what everyone's bringing. It's kind of like, I don't know, the host just isn't telling us much information. All I know is what I'm bringing, which is, I'm bringing monkey bread, which I thought everyone knew what this was, but every time I say it, people are like, what are you talking about? It's basically like a pull-apart cinnamon sugar dessert. It's pretty common, I feel like, but that's what I'm bringing because it's like the only thing that I know how to make for more than one person. I never cook for anyone other than myself. And then I know someone's bringing turkey and someone's bringing mac and cheese, and then I'm also bringing some salad mixes. But definitely the thing that I get most excited for if I'm doing like Thanksgiving dinner with my entire family is, she doesn't make them often anymore, but my aunt used to make candied yams every Thanksgiving. That was just like her thing that she brought. I'm just gonna sharpen my eyeliner pencil because it was super dull, and I don't know why I'm explaining this to you, but I want to line my eyes again. But yeah, she used to make candied yams, and like these were the best candied yams I've ever tasted. She doesn't make them too often anymore, but like I remember the last time I went to her house for Thanksgiving, that was like the one thing I was looking forward to because it was just like, they're just so good. I have no idea if I'm going to her house this year for Thanksgiving, but if I do, I'm going to request that she makes them, because everyone else has tried to make them as good as she does and they just can't. I'm gonna put my e.l.f. brow gel, clear brow gel, and lash mascara. I'm gonna use the mascara side, but I'm pretty sure they do the same thing. But I'm just gonna run this through my brows. And the next question is, who in the beauty community would you invite to your Friendsgiving and think deserves more recognition? And of course, like I already mentioned, DW and Alyssa, I love them so much. I definitely would invite Steph from It's Just Steph because like I'm obsessed with her. I love her. I watch all her videos. But as far as someone who needs more recognition, like a really small creator, I would say Steph from Still Steph, in addition to DW and Alyssa. But yeah, I love Steph. She just seems like the sweetest person, and yeah, the more I watch her videos, I feel like the more we have in common, and I just think she would be a great friend and a really lovely person. So those three out of like the smaller creators, those three would be my picks. Okay, I'm gonna do my mascara on camera. I'm sorry, but I don't really have time, so I'm just gonna answer this next question while I do my mascara. Don't look at my face, okay? Don't. Like, look away. Just keep the audio on while I answer. The next question is, what is your signature dish that you bring to Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving? Or to a potluck dinner, it says. And like I said, what I'm bringing is my monkey bread, But all the time, like every time before this I've ever been to a potluck, and I think I mentioned this in the tag video or not the tag, the collab video I did with Alyssa as well. I pretty much like always either buy something, I just like ask the host what still needs to be brought, and then that's what I'm bringing, or I ask a friend if they need help making what they're bringing, and then I just like come over, help them make it, and then we go together. So that's up until today. That is what I have always done, but I'm just really excited to bring something that I've created. I've already made it. It's on the stovetop cooling. If I remember, I will take a picture of it, but I'm just really excited. And then I'm also bringing some salad bags. So oh, next question is, what fragrance or scent is your favorite for the fall season? And I'll tell you what I'm wearing right now, which is actually in a project, but I also love it for autumn. It's Jo Malone English Pear and Freesia. Pear is a fall fruit anyway, but I've always really loved that scent for fall, like before I even knew that. I love this so much. I don't buy from Jo Malone anymore just because I don't really support the brand ethics as it stands now, but I do love this perfume, and I actually have like 4 samples of the perfume and 2 like deluxe mini bottles of this, so I will probably have it for years and years to come because this is a very strong, not very strong, but once I spray it I don't feel like I need to reapply it usually, so I'm sure I'll have this like for years. But anyway, the other scents that I really love for fall are I love La Vie est Belle from, I think, Lancome, which I'm also not buying from currently, and then from Armani I love the Original C. I'm going to take off my lip mask that I had on so I can put my lip products on, but I just recently, like this year, finished my full-size bottle of C, and I was gonna repurchase the travel size of it, but they don't, for some reason the brand just does not sell the travel size anymore, and I have way too many perfumes to be buying full-size bottles of perfume, so I'm not going to get it. But that has always been my go-to for fall, in addition to the other 2 that I mentioned. Question 14 is, do you prefer a bold lip or a bold eye for holiday gatherings? Which is perfect timing because I'm about to put my lipstick on. This is the DGAF lipstick from MAC. I would say before, like up until I started doing makeup on myself, which was in 2021, up until then I never ever did eyeshadow, so of course my answer would always have to be lip, and I do just love a bold lip anyway. Like I love fall is my favorite season in general for pretty much everything, especially makeup, but like fall and winter I love taking advantage of the fact that I can wear like a super dark or vampy or super bold lip and like no one will bat an eye because it's so normal for the holiday seasons. I love a bold lip, but I will say I have started just going most of the time if I have a special occasion, because usually my special occasions involve food, almost always, including today. But whenever I have a special occasion, I tend to go for, if I'm trying to do bold makeup, I do a bold eye. Because sorry, this is probably so gross, like just listening to me talk while I'm applying lipstick, but I feel like if I'm going to be eating, I don't want to have to like get my lipstick all over my face or have to wipe it off and then reapply or attempt to reapply a bold lip out in public. So I usually these days go for a bold eye, but I do really have a soft spot for a bold lip, which is why I'm going for one today. And the finishing touch is I'm going to put on the Fenty Gloss Bomb Oil in the shade Frosted Buns, just a little bit on top to give it a little bit of sparkle and to lighten it just a tiny bit, like in the center. just to match my eye a little bit better. And the real final finishing touch, which I always forget about, is my Milani brow pen, just to like add a few hairs back, because when I'm like raking these products through my brows after the pencil, it can take away the product from some of the spaces where my eyebrows may be a little sparse from me over plucking. Okay, now I'm officially done, and with that we're at the 15th prompt, which is, last but not least, here's the palette that I used and the finished look that I will wear to my Friendsgiving dinner. So here are the two palettes. Here's my look. I like it. It turned out pretty good for me slightly rushing it and talking while I was doing everything. Let me just triple check that I actually blended down my neck. But yeah, this is everything. Please go check out Dub's Beauty Diary. Thank you to DW for inviting me to this tag. Check out the playlist that she's creating to see everyone else who's doing this video. But thank you so much for watching this. Again, if you're from someone else's channel or you were just checking out the tag, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're in America, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving today. If you're not, I hope you have happy holidays in general. I will see you in my next video. Bye.